Today, we've got Thor's brother-in-arms, Better Ray Bill, going up against the leader of the Red Lantern Corps, Atrocitus. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. The cyborg champion of the Corbinites, Better Ray Bill guarded his people as they fled attacks by demons. When he encountered Thor and proved worthy to wield Mjolnir, Odin bestowed upon him the powers of Thor and created an equally powerful hammer for Bill, the Stormbreaker. Bill possesses vast superhuman strength and is comparable to beings like Hulk, Thor, and Gladiator. He's said to have crushed moons with his fist, destroyed planets with his strikes, and has gone toe-to-toe with Thor before. He is nearly invulnerable, been able to fly unaided in space, survive in the heart of stars, and deal with blows from Thor and Thanos. Finally, his speed has also been greatly enhanced to roughly the same as Silver Surfer, thanks to his trusty hammer Stormbreaker. And let's just talk about the hammer for a second here. It's basically the same as Mjolnir, as Stormbreaker has a worthiness enchantment attached to it as well. Will return to Bill's hand no matter what. It can be willed to fly in any direction while in the air. The hammer has been able to level mountains and even shatter entire planets, which is just an incredible striking power. The hammer can also teleport beings and even entire cities to any location that he desires, sense cosmic or mystical energy, and heal injuries or diseases. It can produce lightning, summon winds, hurricanes, tsunamis, all that. Bill has even been able to create storms in space before, and one time blocked out the entire sun with a storm. It can create force fields powerful enough to hold back a Herald of Galactus, and fire destructive energy blast at an opponent. Better Ray Bill is also a champion gladiator of his people, making him one of the greatest warriors in the entire universe in armed and unarmed combat. So, as we got one corner, one of the fiercest warriors in Asgard, Better Ray Bill. But entering the ring in the other corner, well, it's one alien you don't want to make angry, Atrocitus. One of the 5 survivors of the massacre in Sector 666, and the founder of the Red Lantern Corps, Atrocitus anointed the Red Lantern in blood and harnessed the power of rage and red light. Atrocitus is an extremely physically powerful being. So he's able to take on Hal Jordan and Sinestro by himself and crush their energy constructs in his bare hands. He's easily killed members of the Green Lantern Corps, so to beat down on Apollo and Martian Manhunter, and even fought against and defeated his own Corps by himself. I really don't know why Atrocitus fights hand-to-hand so often, because he's got the Red Lantern ring, but he does. And he's managed to kill 2 Guardians of the Universe with his hands. Atrocitus is also superhumanly durable. He's able to take attacks from Sinestro and Hal without his ring, and even took attacks from pretty much every member of the Red Lantern Corps and just kept on fighting. Atrocitus also has his Red Lantern ring, and he actually displays better control over his power ring than most other members of the Red Lantern Corps. He's not just reduced to a mindless rage like the others. He retains all the powers it gives the wielder. The ring can construct anything the wearer can imagine, as long as they're willing to make it. Most Red Lanterns seem to have a difficult time creating or maintaining constructs, but Atrocitus is one of a handful that's able to do it. He's also able to project beams, form protective bubbles and force fields, and fire destructive blast, with these attacks coming from the mouths of the Red Lantern. He's also able to fire napalm blast from his mouth, and this breath has vaporized lanterns before and caused severe pain to Martian Manhunter and Krona. Atrocitus is also able to survive his heart being ripped out, and continues to act and behave normally, as has been mentioned that a Red Lantern's ring replaces their heart. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now today we've got two incredibly powerful characters, but two characters that don't get a whole lot of love. Better Way Bill is taking on Atrocitus. So who's coming out on top here? Let's find out. And first things first, like always, physicality. Well, with Atrocitus, before he even got his red power ring, he was strong enough to fight against the Manhunters, who were the Guardians of the Universe's first attempt at creating an interstellar police force. Also strong enough to fight against both Hal Jordan and Sinestro at the same time, and actually managed to shatter both of their constructs. From there, Atrocitus has gone on to shatter almost every Green Lantern construct that he's come across, defeat his own Red Lantern Corp by himself, go around and battle against both Martian Manhunter and Apollo while Atrocitus was weakened, and the big guys even killed multiple Guardians of the Universe with his bare hands. That's all insanely impressive, especially being able to literally kill Guardians with just his hands. Those guys are powerful enough to go up against Superboy Prime and the Anti-Monitor. On the other hand, Better Way Bill has helped alongside Thor to lift up Asgard, saving it from being destroyed. And while that might not sound too impressive, there is a difference between strength and striking power. And that is where Bill really kicks it up a notch. I mean, in his very first fight with Thor, before Better Way Bill was even granted Stormbreaker, their blows were still powerful enough to level a whole countryside. Then with his hammer, well, he's cleaved through Galactus' energy blast, and actually cracked through Galactus' armor. He's even slammed Stardust, a herald of Galactus, into a nearby planet, pummeled Stardust with a flurry of hammer strikes, and actually destroyed the planet underneath them. So then what about durability? Well, durability is arguably one of Better Way Bill's greatest assets, as the guy appears to be able to take anything that comes his way and just keep on chugging. There's a time where Better Way Bill pretty much single-handedly declared war on Galactus, and so he started destroying planets in an effort to starve out the World Eater. And because of this, he's repeatedly survived planetary destruction, even at point-blank range. Then he can easily survive being inside of stars, and the big guys even survived attacks from Galactus himself, being slammed in between Galactus' hands, and even withstanding a blast from Galactus that was powerful enough to scorch the face of a planet. Realistically, Atrocitus really doesn't have anything on all that. Not saying that Atrocitus isn't impressive, though. He's taken photon blasts and high explosives and brushed it off like they were nothing. He's gotten up from green and yellow lantern attacks and, again, acted like nothing had happened. He's taken attacks from the whole Red Lantern Corp before, and in his battle against Stormwatch, well, he was taking attacks from Martian Manhunter and Apollo, basically Superman light, while Atrocitus was weakened and cut off from the Red Lantern power battery. And yet Atrocitus was still able to take some major hits and keep on trucking. All of that is just immensely impressive. Just not as impressive as Bill. Or at least, that's how I see it. Taking attacks from Galactus means you pretty much got some of the best durability out there. And while Atrocitus might possibly be able to take attacks from someone like Galactus too, he hasn't actually proven it on the page, so point to Bill. And then finally, speed. And again, Better Way Bill is the faster one out of the two. Red Lanterns and Atrocitus in particular are crazy fast in terms of travel speed, getting from point A to point B, and have actually traveled across whole galaxies in seconds. But in a fight, well, the best you can say is just blitzing soldiers or dodging laser blasts. On the other hand, well, Better Way Bill and Silver Surfer have fought against each other while traveling in hyperspace at faster than light speeds. He's pretty much instantly bull rush Stardust across the entire solar system, and he's easily dodged attacks from the scuttlebutt while still maintaining faster than light speeds. Bill has also just been able to observe and operate things at this speed, observing Surfer twisting and turning as Norn was traveling at least several times the speed of light. And Silver Surfer, Quasar, and Bill have proven to be fast enough to cure an entire plague in what in real time would be a millisecond. But they can work fast enough to stretch that time into hours. So physically, they're very close, with Bill taking an edge when it comes to speed and durability. However, the ace up Atrocitus' sleeve has got to be this red Power Lantern ring. I mean, his go-to attack is quite literally the ability to vomit plasma. And this isn't just any plasma either. It's been described as napalm and acid mixed together. And has the ability to burn through anything. Yes, I mean anything. Anything and everything. Kilowog's even mentioned that Atrocitus' vomit plasma will burn through the science cell, which are nearly impenetrable prisons that the Guardians have created to house the most powerful villains, including Cyborg Superman, Despero, and even Superboy Prime. He's killed multiple green and yellow lanterns with just one blast. He's done this on multiple occasions, leaving humans, metahumans, and lanterns incinerated and dead. He's even dropped a Guardian of the Universe with just one blast, with Atrocitus going on to shove his entire fist through the Guardian's head. Then in his fight against Stormwatch, Atrocitus burned through fabric of space and time in order to reach their headquarters, and busted through the shields of the ship, which shocked Stormwatch because no one had ever gotten through their shields before that. So first question, is Battery Bill durable enough to take that heat and take those attacks? Well, he's casually flown in stars and withstood that heat, as well as taking a blast from Galactus that was powerful enough to scorch the face of a planet. And that's not all Bill can do. With Stormbreaker by his side, who is capable of both shielding himself from and absorbing energy blast from Heralds of Galactus like Silver Surfer and Stardust. He could presumably do the exact thing with Atrocitus here in this fight. And let's keep on talking about Stormbreaker here for a sec. He's able to fire energy blasts powerful enough to injure Heralds of Galactus, absorb and manipulate energy attacks from Stardust and Silver Surfer, and create force fields to protect him from attacks. Just like Thor, he's able to manipulate the weather, generating lightning powerful enough to kill Fenris the Wolf, and summoning a storm large enough to block out the sun. Bill can even just use Stormbreaker itself in creative ways, commanding it to circle the planet several times before hitting an opponent, increasing its speed and power. Use it to manipulate gravity or forcefully extract energy, and it'll even just place Stormbreaker down on top of people and use it to hold them in place. Secondly, Battery Bill is basically a one-man army, and fights like a man possessed. He hits hard, and he hits fast, and he's just continuously landing blow after blow after blow after blow until his enemy is down. So yeah, after everything is said and done, gotta mark this one as a victory for Battery Bill. He's just as strong, if not stronger, is both tougher and faster, and I'm going to take Stormbreaker as a weapon more often than not as a Red Lantern ring. So yeah, Battery Bill is coming out on top here. Battery Bill wins. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts. Sign off in the comments down below. Also be sure the like button, subscribe button, and turn on notification of the DanCo army, and I will see you next time.